On July 9, 1958, the remote wilderness of Alaska bore witness to a cataclysmic event that would stun the world and forever alter our understanding of natural disasters. Lituya Bay, a secluded fjord tucked away along Alaska's rugged southeastern coast, became the site of the largest tsunami ever recorded in human history, a wave that reached an unimaginable height of 1,720 feet, or 524 meters. This was not just a wave. It was a force of nature so immense, so sudden, and so powerful that it stripped the land bare, changed the landscape forever, and left a story that still echoes in the annals of geologic science. To understand what happened that fateful day, we must first explore the unique geography of Lituya Bay. The bay is a narrow, T-shaped inlet, hemmed in by steep mountains and fed by glaciers. Its distinctive shape, with a slender opening to the ocean and a broader, deeper basin within, makes it particularly vulnerable to sudden, massive displacements of water. For centuries, the native Tlingit people and early settlers recognized the bay's unpredictable nature, telling stories of waves and upheavals, but nothing could have prepared the world for what transpired in 1958. The chain of events began with a violent jolt. At 10:15 p.m., a magnitude 8.3 earthquake struck along the Fairweather Fault, a major fracture that slices through southeastern Alaska. The ground convulsed and shuddered, shaking loose approximately 40 million cubic yards, about 30.6 million cubic meters, of rock and ice from the cliffs above the bay's narrow Gilbert Inlet. This colossal mass, equivalent to more than 30 million standard dump trucks, plummeted nearly 3,000 feet down the mountainside in a matter of seconds, slamming into the water below with unimaginable force. The impact was instantaneous and explosive. The massive rockfall acted like a gigantic piston, violently displacing the water in Gilbert Inlet. In a split second, the water surged upward and outward, generating a wall of water that shot up the opposite slope, tearing away ancient forests, soil, and everything in its path. The wave carved a stark, barren swath up the mountainside, reaching a maximum run-up height of 1,720 feet, higher than the Empire State Building and nearly 4 times the height of the Statue of Liberty. For those present in the bay that night, the experience was nothing short of apocalyptic. 3 fishing boats were anchored in Lituya Bay, their crews unaware of the disaster about to unfold. In the darkness, they heard the earth rumble and saw an avalanche of rock and ice cascade into the water. Moments later, a towering wave thundered toward them. 2 of the boats were caught in the maelstrom. Miraculously, one vessel, the Badger, was lifted over the forested spit at the mouth of the bay and hurled back into the open ocean, its crew battered but alive. The other, the Sunmore, was lost, and its occupants perished. The 3rd boat, anchored further away, managed to survive the night, its crew left in awe of the devastation they witnessed. When daylight broke, the scale of the disaster became clear. The shoreline of Lituya Bay had been scoured clean of vegetation and soil, leaving behind a stark, scarred landscape. Trees more than 1,700 feet above the bay's surface had been snapped off or ripped away, and the very shape of the land had been altered. The event was so extraordinary that it forced scientists to rethink the possible scale of tsunamis and the power of landslide-generated waves, a phenomenon now known as a megatsunami. In the decades that followed, Lituya Bay became a living laboratory for geologists and seismologists, seeking to understand how such a colossal wave could be created. They studied the scars on the land, the deposits left behind, and the eyewitness accounts of those who survived. Their findings revealed not only the unique circumstances that led to the 1958 megatsunami, but also the ongoing geological volatility of the region. Indeed, Lituya Bay and its surrounding mountains remain geologically active to this day. On June 11, 2012, another massive landslide occurred at the base of Lituya Mountain, not far from the site of the 1958 event. This landslide stretched 5.5 miles in length and half a mile in width, spilling across the surface of the Johns Hopkins Glacier. Although it did not generate a tsunami, the sheer scale of the slide, one of the largest ever recorded in North America, underscored the continuing instability and dynamism of Alaska's mountains. The seismic threat is not limited to Lituya Bay alone. More recently, on July 29, 2021, an 8.2 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of the Alaska Peninsula. It was the strongest quake in the United States in over half a century and triggered widespread tsunami warnings across the Pacific Basin. While the resulting tsunami was far smaller than the 1958 Lituya Bay wave, the event was a stark reminder of Alaska's vulnerability to powerful seismic activity and the importance of preparedness in coastal communities. Alaska's story is a testament to the ever-changing forces that shape our planet. Its mountains and fjords are young in geological terms, still being sculpted by the collision of tectonic plates, the grinding of glaciers, and the sudden violence of earthquakes and landslides. Lituya Bay, once the setting for the greatest wave ever witnessed, remains a symbol of both the beauty and the danger of nature's raw power. The legacy of the 1958 mega-tsunami endures not just in the barren scars visible high above the bay, but also in the lessons learned by scientists and emergency planners. The event has led to improved understanding of landslide-generated tsunamis, better hazard assessment for fjords and inlets around the world, and greater awareness of the need for vigilance in earthquake-prone regions. Today, Lituya Bay is largely uninhabited, a quiet and starkly beautiful corner of Alaska's wilderness. But for those who know its history, the bay stands as a powerful reminder. In moments of geologic upheaval, unimaginable forces can be unleashed, reshaping the land and rewriting the limits of what we believe is possible. The day Alaska faced a 1,720-foot wave is a story of awe, survival, and the unpredictable might of the natural world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to follow the next videos.